Hi, welcome to Chris Cook for You Too. Today we're going to be doing something that's very, very simple. It's called clarified butter. Now you might say, why is she making a video on clarified butter? It's because I'm going to be going someplace with this. In the next video, I'm going to do broiled lobster tails. So I wanted to get out what you would use with the lobster tails. In case you did not know how to do it, I wanted to get that out in advance. So let's get started. What you will need in order to do this is your favorite brand of butter. And today I am using Land of Lakes butter. I'm not trying to plug them. This is just my favorite brand of butter. This is the one that I use when I'm doing all of my baking. If I'm going to use something else that just requires butter as an additive, then I'll use a different brand. So let's get started. Here I have a pot, and this is a saucepan or sauce pot, you can call it. I have it sitting on the stove, and I have the stove at very low heat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 sticks of butter, and I'm going to place it inside of the container. Now, in order to make, or place it inside the pot, in order to make clarified butter, your butter needs to slowly melt. If you will look in the pot, because I already preheated it a little bit, you'll see that this is slowly melting. That's the way your butter needs to be. Now, we have a little while before we'll get to the completion of these 2 sticks of butter melting. So what I'm going to do is to go away, allow the 2 sticks of butter to completely melt, then I'm going to come back. And now I want to show you this before I leave. I am using salted Land of Lakes butter. You don't have to do that. I find that it is the best thing for me to use because I don't want to add salt to my lobster tail. So we'll get back once the butter is melted. Okay, we're back and the butter has melted, so let's get started. Okay, now I'm going to turn the heat off. As you can see, it's just like on a little low simmer. It's not a lot. So I'm going to turn the heat off right here. You don't cook it on real low. You'll take it like a medium low, okay? So now what I'm going to do is, and you can see just that little light sizzle. You're not going to get any more than that. Now, as you can see, there is a skim on the top of this. This is called foam. What I'm going to do is to remove the foam. Now, this foam is edible, and it's very, very tasty. But you don't want that for your clarified butter. So I'm going to just remove the foam off of the top. And what you see up underneath that is your clarified butter. So let's just get this all off. And the only reason why you see those bubbles slightly is because I still had it down on the heat, so I've just taken it up in the air. And you remove as much of it as you can. And as you can see, this is not a lengthy process. I mean, once you heat the butter, it's pretty much a cakewalk. Okay? So you're skimming it with a spoon. Now, there's 3 parts to this. You have the foam that's on the top, you have the clarified butter that's in the middle, and you have the milk solids at the bottom. And what happens with the milk solids is that's what, when you burn, when you burn butter and you say, oh, I burnt my butter. No, you've actually burnt the milk solids that's inside of the butter. That's the part that turns brown. That's the part that actually burns. See if we can just get the rest of this off. Like I said, you can still use it. Okay. So don't think, okay, well, I removed that, so let me just go ahead and throw it out. No, don't throw it out. Take it and use it. This clarified butter, you can also use this for months. All you have to do is keep it inside of an airtight container. Now, I'm going to go around this one more time. And I am going to use that I'm putting in there. But right now, this is going to be served with a meal that is really a delicacy, because you don't, I mean, it's not like you cook lobster every day. So now you're going to take the rest. Don't pour it, because like I told you, there is milk solids in the bottom. So you take the rest and you spoon it over into your container. Now, I really don't need for you to just see it. I want to get it down low enough where you can see the milk solids that's in the bottom. Okay, and I think that that's pretty much low enough. Now, if you can look down in the bottom, you can see the milk solids. That's the part of the butter that burns. Okay, let's see if we can just pour down. Okay, that part is the part of the butter that burns. Okay, now that you can also use as well. So we're going to take that, put it in with our foam. Now all you have to do with that is just put it in an airtight container and just keep it and use of it. Okay, now here we have our clarified butter, and this is what we'll be using for our lobster tails. So this is what we have for you in this segment, clarified butter. And as always, thank you for watching Chris Cook for You Too. Stay tuned, the lobster is coming up.